What if I told you Clash Royale matchmaking might not be as random as Supercell says? Because for years, players have claimed the game gives you hard counters on purpose, puts you into losers' queue, and even punishes win streaks. So today, we are breaking down exactly how Clash Royale matchmaking works. What's myth? What's real? And most importantly, how to use it to win more games. Let's get into it. First things first. Supercell officially states matchmaking is based primarily on trophies. Simple enough, right? Higher trophies equals stronger opponents. But, if that were the whole story, why do so many players feel like matchmaking changes after win streaks? Why do certain decks suddenly seem to appear over and over? That's where things get interesting. Because while trophies are the main factor, there are other systems happening in the background. Things like queue timing, regional player pools, card levels, and available opponents in your trophy range. Meaning, matchmaking may not be rigged, but it also may not be as purely random as people think. Let's kill some myths right now. Myth 1. The game always gives you your counter deck. False. Human brains are wired to remember pain more than neutral outcomes. You forget the easy wins. You remember the brutal hard counters. That creates confirmation bias. Myth 2. If you spend money, matchmaking gets easier. No direct evidence supports this. But we'll cover later why some players think this happens. Myth 3. Losers' queue is confirmed. Technically, no. But the community's reasoning for why they believe it actually has some logic behind it. More on that in a minute. Trophy count is the one matchmaking variable. That means, if you're at 6,500 trophies, you're facing people around that same range. But here's where many players mess up. They assume everyone at the same trophy count is equally skilled. Not true. At the same trophy range you can find casual players, maxed players, skilled all accounts, one tricks, returning players, tilted grinders. So matchmaking can feel inconsistent, because player quality varies wildly. Same trophies does not mean same skill. Now here's where conspiracy theories start. A lot of players swear, the moment I switch decks, my counters change. And honestly, that feeling makes sense, because your deck naturally changes what feels like a bad matchup. Example, play Lava Hound. Suddenly every Inferno Tower feels rigged. Play Hog Rider. Suddenly every building deck feels impossible. Play Log Bait. Every opponent magically has arrows. But statistically, this is more perception than manipulation. Your deck simply changes what you notice. Still, certain archetypes are more matchup dependent than others. Meaning, some decks will naturally feel more rigged than others. So, does losers' queue exist? Officially? No. Practically? Kind of, maybe. Indirectly. Here's what probably happens. After a win streak, you climb into stronger trophy brackets. Meaning, your opponents improve. At the same time, bad queue decisions happen. Players chase losses. This is why pros stop queuing after 2 to 3 losses. Not because matchmaking is rigged, because they know tilt destroys win rate. This is one of the biggest conspiracy theories in Clash Royale history. Pay-to-win players get easier matches. Reality. Spending money helps because higher card levels, faster progression, more deck flexibility,
easier meta adaptation.
Not because matchmaking favors them. It just feels that way because higher level players naturally dominate ladder. So if you're underleveled, you're not being rigged. You're just underpowered. Here's something very few players talk about. Queue timing matters. Why? Because your available opponent pool changes by time of day. Late night. More grinders. More sweats. Midday. More casual players. Right after reset. Higher concentration of top players climbing. This won't magically fix matchmaking, but it can affect average opponent quality. If you're pushing ladder seriously, timing your sessions matters. Here's how to actually improve your results.
Tip 1.
Master any deck. Switching constantly ruins consistency.
Tip 2.
Stop playing tilted. If you lose 3 straight, take a break.
Tip 3.
Track your counters. Know what matchups hurt you.
Tip 4.
Adapt your deck to meta shifts. If everyone's running buildings, don't force hog every game.
Tip 5.
Use queue timing strategically. Avoid sweat hours when pushing ladder. Most players blame matchmaking when the real issue is overcommitting elixir, playing while tilted, constant deck switching, ignoring meta changes, not learning matchup strategy. Harsh truth: most rigged losses are just misplays in disguise. So, is Clash Royale matchmaking rigged? My honest answer: not in the way most players think. There's no strong proof Supercell hand picks counters against you. But matchmaking also isn't perfectly random. Stop blaming the algorithm and start learning how the system actually works. Because once you understand matchmaking, you stop feeling cursed and start exploiting the ladder instead. If you enjoyed this breakdown, drop a comment. Do you think Clash Royale matchmaking is rigged? And if this video hits 1,000 likes, I'll test the algorithm myself in a full experiment. See you in the next one.